Welcome to another episode of Sex Coachery Hacks. Hi guys, my name is Alex. I am a sex coach and today we are reacting to As Is video, however you would say that with the apostrophe. The 7 tips for better sex. So this is a quick one, it's a short one, it's got a ton of views, which is why I'm reacting to it. I'm going to see if these tips are worthy tips, if they are good tips, if you should follow them. I'm going to elaborate on them, possibly criticize them, hopefully learn some things about sex and have better sex because of it. That's why I'm here, to help you guys have better sex. So let's get into it.
I'm Vanessa Marin, a sex therapist, and these are 7 ways to have better sex. Develop a better relationship with your body. So many of us struggle with negative body image, but it's really hard to have a hot sex life if you're constantly criticizing your own body. Focus on the pleasure, forget about the cellulite.
All right. First tip is awesome. Insecurity is the bane of sexual pleasure. The more insecure you are, the more stressed you are, anxious you are, all of those mental things that are clouding your brain are taking away, they're detracting any pleasure that you could possibly experience in that sex. The more comfortable you can be, the more confident you can be, the better sex you will have. So how do you do this? Let go of insecurities, get more comfortable with yourself, all of that kind of stuff, love yourself, and also find a partner that you feel comfortable with, someone that makes you feel comfortable, someone that loves you for you, and those insecurities will fade away.
Let go of shame. Whether it comes from our parents, our culture, our gender, our religion, we all have hang-ups about sex. You may not be able to let go of every single negative message you've ever heard, but just knowing that sex is normal, natural, and beautiful can go such a long way.
So this is completely spot on and something that is extremely true. There is so much sexual negativity out there, and like she said, it's just something that you're going to have to work on yourself if you feel these negative things. But know that sex is, like she said, normal, it's amazing, it's fun, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Again, this, like tip number 1, is just another thing in your head that is clouding your mind and detracting from any pleasure you could possibly experience. Sexual pleasure, especially for women, is majority determined by psychological factors. The ability to orgasm for a woman is going to be determined by how comfortable they are, how immersed they are, how aroused they are in that experience. And if you have these negative thoughts, these insecurities, you're not going to be able to feel those things and experience the orgasm or the pleasure of that sex. So work on these things and have better sex. If you have a partner you know feels these things, try to be as least judgmental about sex as you possibly can be. Talk about these things, communicate about these things, and work through them and make them feel comfortable. The more comfortable you can make your partner feel, the better your sex will be.
Get better at communicating. Sex is hard to talk about. I wouldn't have a job if it wasn't. Practice asking for what you want, asking your partner what they want, and giving feedback.
Amazing. The best tips so far, communicate. Like she said, sex coaches out here, sex therapists, would not have a job if everyone communicated about sex, because it is the best thing you can possibly do to improve your sexual relationship. Don't feel awkward about talking about sex. If anything, you should feel more awkward about having sex than talking about it. But we have it kind of backwards in our society, don't we? Where you think it's going to be awkward and weird to talk about sex, but you're still having sex because sex is awesome and amazing and shouldn't make you feel awkward, but it's just the way it is. If you're having sex with someone, then you should feel comfortable enough to talk to them about it. Like I said, it's the most important thing to a sexual relationship. You have to talk about these things. Don't leave sex in the bedroom. Talk about it.
Be a respectful and generous partner and expect the same in return. Whether you're having casual sex or are in a committed relationship, we could all stand to be better partners to each other.
So yes, generosity is one of the most important things in sex. They are pretty spot on with all of these tips so far. I feel like every tip I'm saying is the most important thing. It's one of the most important things. You can't be selfish if you want to provide good sexual experiences or even have good sexual experiences yourself. Sex is so much better when you know that you are providing a great sexual experience to your partner. It's so much more fulfilling. It just feels so much better. What other adjectives do I need? My only criticism of this would be that casual sex is going to be extremely hard to not be selfish or not encounter partners that are selfish, because you don't have enough time to get to know each other well enough to be able to provide unselfish sexual experiences to your partner. Unless you're extremely mature and communicative, but for the most part, casual sex is going to be more selfish sex in nature. So you can try, and you should try. Be generous. You'd be surprised how much you get when you give.
Always be experimenting. It's fine to like what you like, but try to seek out new experiences on a regular basis just to shake things up.
Right. You never know what you like until you try it, and you should always be open-minded to anything. And that kind of goes along with the non-judgment thing. You shouldn't judge anything. If your partner is communicating to you that they want to try something, don't judge them. Be open-minded and try it. Even if it's something that is super outside your comfort zone or something that you would never see yourself trying, just do it. Who cares, right? If you're with someone that you're comfortable with, possibly that you love this person, then there's nothing to be ashamed of in sex, and you should be open-minded to trying new things. Unless you're like putting someone in danger or doing something crazy, then try it.
Slow down. We're all so busy these days that we treat sex like another item to cross off our to-do list. If you want to have a great sex life, you have to make time in your life for sex and actually savor the experiences that you do have.
Yes, make some time for some good loving, you know? Set a date. Make it a recurring thing. Tell your partner that we're gonna have an amazing sexual experience this day or this night, and make it an amazing sexual experience. Don't just be seeking the orgasm, the end point. Enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. Be connected to your partner and just experience everything there is to experience and be mindful in that experience. And those sexual encounters, those sexual experiences are gonna be amazing. Far better than you could possibly imagine if you haven't been doing this. And if you are one of those people that is just kind of crossing sex off your chores, your to-do list, then this will represent some variety and it'll be pretty exciting and pretty stimulating.
Have fun. Most people take sex way too seriously. It's perfectly fine to laugh during sex. It's okay to joke around. It's okay to be silly and playful. Sex is meant to be enjoyed.
All right, last tip was perfect as well. Have fun, enjoy it. Don't stress out too much, don't be too anxious, and yeah, just enjoy the process. If you make a mistake, who cares? Laugh it off. Everyone makes mistakes. I have made mistakes as the sex coach professional I am. Of course I have. Everyone has. But how you react to those mistakes, that is truly what matters. Laugh it off. Have fun. Sex should be a fun part of your life. It shouldn't bring you anxiety. And if it does, then you could have some issues. You could be with the wrong partner, but sort those things out. Figure those things out. Talk about it. And you will have better sex because of it. So, how'd this do? It did pretty well. I'm glad that 6 million people have watched this video and are learning these great tips because they truly are great tips. So anyway, that'll do it. It was a short video and I think we learned a lot. So thank you so much for watching. Get out there, implement these tips, and have better sex. I'm rooting for you. I'm here for you. Get out there and do it.